Today, I want to talk about Japanese omoiyari, Japanese thoughtfulness. In English, there are many words: kindness, compassion, consideration, thoughtfulness. But Japanese kindness may be a little different. In Japan, many people believe it is important to notice what others need before they say anything. For example, if someone looks cold, you prepare warm tea. If someone looks tired, you help with the housework before they ask. You move before the other person even say anything. This kind of behavior is very common in Japan. There are Japanese expressions like reading the air, being considerate, and sensing what others feel. In other words, people try to understand others without direct words. In many Western countries, people may think, if you need help, just ask. But in Japan, many people feel that noticing first is part of kindness. One place where this difference becomes easy to see is housework. The difference is not that one side cares more. The difference is how care is expressed. In many North American families, housework is often seen as a shared responsibility. People try to divide the work fairly. For example, I cooked, so you clean. The goal is to make sure that one person is not carrying all the burden. This is also a form of consideration. Many Japanese people, however, may focus on something slightly different. Instead of asking, is the work divided fairly? They may ask, how can I make things easier for the other person? If a family member looks tired, they may quietly do the dishes. If someone is coming home late on a cold night, they may prepare a warm meal. In other words, North American thoughtfulness often focuses on sharing burdens fairly. Japanese thoughtfulness often focuses on reducing burdens before they become a problem. Of course, these are only general tendencies, but this difference can create interesting cultural misunderstandings. So why did this way of thinking develop in Japan? One important idea is a Japanese concept called Wa. Wa means harmony. For many Japanese people, harmony is an important value. This does not mean everyone must agree all the time. Rather, it means trying to help the group function smoothly. Because of this, many Japanese people pay attention to how others feel. They try to avoid causing trouble. They try to reduce inconvenience for people around them. And sometimes they act before anyone asks. In other words, Japanese thoughtfulness is often connected to the desire to maintain harmony. It is not only about helping one person, it is also about helping everyone live and work together smoothly. However, this culture also has a difficult side. People may worry too much about others. Sometimes they suppress their true feelings. Sometimes they silently expect others to notice things automatically. And this can create stress. For example, why didn't you notice? Why didn't you understand without me saying it? In Japan, kindness can sometimes become pressure. In many Western cultures, people often believe if you don't say it, people cannot know. But in Japan, many people still hope others will understand without words. This difference can sometimes lead to misunderstandings when people from different cultural backgrounds interact. So, what can foreigners learn from this? First, you do not need to become Japanese, and you certainly do not need to read minds. Even many Japanese people cannot do that perfectly. But if you live in Japan, it may help to remember one thing. Japanese people often appreciate it when others think about how their actions affect the people around them. Sometimes a small act of consideration can mean a lot. And sometimes a small gesture from a Japanese person may be their way of showing care. You do not have to understand everything, but understanding this idea of thoughtfulness can help you understanding Japan a little better. Today's Japanese phrase is 疲れてます. That means I'm tired. When you hear this phrase, you have a chance that you can show that you are omoiyari. Okay? Let's practice. Repeat after me. 疲れてます. 疲れてます. Great! Did you remember the word omoiyari? Okay. See you next time. Bye!